My name is Terri Kent. Today is February 16th, 2024. I'm presenting a slideshow on immigration today. This is for my English class 130, and my teacher is Sarah Fletcher. Immigration today is such a controversial issue. Immigrants should not be allowed to stay in the United States without proper documentation. The reason for this is there's so many reasons. The reasons can be that illegal immigrants. They've been coming into the country for years and years, and unfortunately, it's kind of a catch-22. They have limited rights for themselves. They have. If they come in with no documentation, that is, if they go through the proper channels and come in with the proper documentation, then the chances of them behaving like as if they were naturally born here is so much greater. They have opportunities that those who show up without going through the proper channels or the proper documentation just simply don't have today. If this protects both citizens and non-citizens alike, people are still people. The fact that they have been called illegal has been controversial in the sense that some think that an illegal immigrant, when you say such words, you're suggesting that they are illegal people, and that's not the case here. So they wanted to be called, they want to be called undocumented, or those who have controversial issues with it want them to be called undocumented. Either way, it's still the same person. It's not, I don't feel like it's degrading. It's just a matter of, this is what they're called. So on a reflection, there's pros and cons that are very complicated. It's a very complicated process, and it truly needs to be ratified legally. It is illegal for immigrants to come into the U.S., and I say immigration today because President Biden overrode President Trump and allowed immigrants to come in, suggesting that they claim asylum, which is, they're coming in droves, thousands and hundreds of thousands of individuals coming in. They're not being vetted properly to know whether or not they have history of crimes, whether, quite honestly, they have vaccinations of any sort. So a lot of Americans feel like it's unfair to allow immigrants to come in our country and not have to follow at least the most minimal of rules. And when they haven't come in here legally, and when they haven't come in with the proper documentation, then they're hard to track. So with those things, especially during COVID, we as citizens were not allowed to do many things because of COVID, but yet citizens could come in, or non-citizens rather, could come in and have more opportunity to do things than citizens did, and it just didn't make any sense. So it's not a fair act. It needs to be ratified, and I really hope that both political parties at some point come to an agreement and decide to fix this issue. I don't know necessarily what the solution is, other than they just need to be brought in through the proper channels so that people can be tracked, because there are a lot of citizens this way as well, but there are a lot of non-citizens entering that are gang members, or they're not necessarily good people. So there are a lot of good people as well, but anyway, it just needs to be ratified, and so that it can be conducive for everyone. And yeah, my references are D. Bacon, Legal People, How Globalization Creates Migration and Criminalizes Immigrants. It's a pretty good read. Next one is The Pros and Cons, A Path to Citizenship for Undocumented Immigrants. It's by Encyclopedia Britannica, very factual. Manuel J. and Gonzalez Barrera A. Key facts about U.S. immigration and policies and Biden's proposed change through the Pew Research Center. So anyway, yeah, I hope that someday this is fixed, and yeah, everybody has an opportunity to be a productive citizen in the United States. Thank you.